Hey guys, what's up? We got the Cubs of the Pirates here again, and it's going to be, May 8th, 1908. Cubs, of course, are playing very well, 18-5, and the Pirates have really been slumping. Here's Johnny Evers. Rolls a 25 for an 11. That's a base hit off Vic Willis, and then he steals second base. That'll bring up Frank Chance. What a way to start it off. Chance rolls a 34 for a 44. That's a fly ball center field, and it's going to be Becker who has that for the out, one away. Jimmy Sheckard up there now. He rolls a 42 for a 14 and will walk. That brings up Jimmy Slagle. So Slagle with runners on at first and second. One out, top of the first. And the roll is a 63 for a 30. Fly ball left field. Clark has that, two away. Johnny Kling, the batter, rolls a 21 for a 30. Another fly ball over to Clark and left. And so we go to the bottom of the first. Cubs got that base hit, had two on, and can't score. And here is Honus Wagner. Wagner, 342 in the season. You know all the rest. He rolls a 62 for a 12. It's a ground ball over to Chance at first, and he goes to the bag himself, one away. Fred Clark rolls a 31 for a 9. That's a strikeout from Orville overall, thanks to that A. Two gone. Tommy Leach rolls a 34 for a 44. Here is the little E rolls to 36 out of the range. Fly ball to center field. Slagle has it for the out. We go to the top of the second. It will be Joe Tinker up there. Joe Tinker is 281 this season. He rolls a 21 for a 30. Fly ball to Clark again and left. He's got a magnet in his pocket. One away. Here's Harry Steinfeld. Rolls a 31 for a 9. There's a base hit over short, and that'll bring up Wildfire Schultz. So Steinfeld, let's take a look. Doesn't have that 11 that we want, so we're not going to do the hit and run. Yeah, he rolls a 34 for a 44. If I had hit and run, that would have been a base hit. Fly ball to center field. Becker's got it for the out, two away. Here's Orville overall. He rolls a 22 for a 9. Another base hit infield hit off of Vic Willis. It's the third hit he's given up. And that'll bring up Johnny Evers once again. Evers hitting 315, but it's that 423 on base percentage that's really driving the point in. And the rolls of 53 for an 18 changed to 20. That's going to be a little liner over to second for Abaticio. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It is Owen Wilson leading this off. He rolls a 26 for a 32. Fly ball to right field. And Schultz has that for the out, one away. Abaticio now, 56 is the roll for 34. Pop fly over to short. Tinker has that, two away. George Gibson rolls a 32 for a 26. Ground ball second base. Evers on to first. We go to the top of the third. Frank Chance is the batter. He rolls a 24 for a 13 and strikes out, one away. Jimmy Sheckard now rolls a 62 for a 12. Ground ball first base. Swasina goes to the bag, two away. Jimmy Slagle rolls a 51 for a 9. There's another single over short, and here comes Johnny Kling, the catcher. Kling rolls a 56 for a 32. It's going to be a fly ball over to center field. Becker's got that for the out, and we'll go to the bottom of the third. It's Harry Swasina up there for the Pirates. Swasina rolls a 34 for a 44. Here's the little lead roll. It's a 52 out of the range. Fly ball over to center field. Slagle's got that for the out, one away. Beals Becker, he rolls a 66 for a 0. Big roll. Next one's a 33 for a 2. And that's a triple to left center field for Becker. That'll bring up Willis. Infield comes in. Willis is going to bunt, even with the slow Becker up there. And the roll is a 16 for a 28. That's a good bunt over to the right side. Chance has to go to Evers, covering first for it, and they score the run. 1-0 Pirates on their one base hit. And here's Honus Wagner with two outs. Wagner's 0 for 1 today. He rolls a 23 for a 29. That's a comebacker over to overall. I'm sorry, it's a strikeout for overall because of the X. We go to the top of the fourth inning. It's Joe Tinker up there again, hitting 278, 299 on base percentage, which isn't that great. 411 to the slugging. Tinker doing some slugging of his own and rolls a 23 for a 32. Fly ball to right. Wilson's got it, one away. Harry Steinfeld now the hitter. Roll is a 14 for a 43, and here's the next roll. It's a 26 out of the range. Fly ball to left field, and Clark has it, two away, and here's Wildfire Schultz. He rolls a 51 for a 9. That's a base hit, but Schultz is then caught trying to steal. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Fred Clark is up there, and he rolls a 43 for a 29. That's a strikeout again for overall. He's got 3. One away, it's Tommy Leach, who rolls a 33 for a 0, and the next roll is an 11 for a 1, and that's a home run over the right field fence. There's a surprise for you. So Leach gets the home run. That makes it 2-0 Pirates, and here comes Owen Wilson. And Wilson rolls a 21 for a 30. Fly ball to left field. Sheckard's got that. 2 gone. Abaticio now rolls a 44 for an 8. That's going to be a fly ball over to center field, and it's for Slagle, who's got it. We go to the top of the fifth. Cubs have had all the hits, haven't had the runs. 2-0 Pirates. Here's Orville overall. He rolls a 54 for a 45. Little E roll is an 11. That's within the range. That will be an error on the first baseman, Swasina, and that brings up Johnny Evers with a runner on at first. Evers rolls a 26 for a 22, so he's hit by the pitch. That's, again, kind of an odd roll. I think we've seen that one before. So Evers ends up going to set first base, overall to second. Here now is Frank Chance, runners on at first and second. Chance with 14 RBIs, 333 the average, 448 the slugging percentage. Great card for Chance, and he rolls a 21 for a 30, and you can forget about it. Fly ball over to left field. Clark has that, one away, and here's Jimmy Sheckard. He is 259 on the season. Rolls a 65 for a 35. That's a pop-up behind the plate. Gibson has it for the out, 2 away. Jimmy Slagle now rolls a 12 for 32. Fly ball right field, and it's going to be Wilson who grabs that for the out. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. George Gibson up there rolls a 16 for a 26. Ground ball to Evers at second. He throws to first, 1 away. Harry Swasina rolls a 43 for a 29. It's another strikeout for overall. That's number 4. He has 37 this year. Beals Becker now rolls a 45 for a 14 and takes his base. First walk given up by overall in this game, number 18 given up this season, and here's Vic Willis. He rolls a 33 for an 8, and that's going to be a ground ball to the left side. It's Steinfeld with it on to first when we go to the top of the 6th. So the Pirates leading here 2-0, and Vic Willis is coming into his own. And it's going to be Johnny Kling who rolls a 24 for a 13 and strikes out, 1 away. Joe Tinker now comes up, 1 out. He rolls a 56 for a 34. That's a pop-up left side. Left side. Honus Wagner's got it, 2 away. Harry Steinfeld rolls a 63 for a 30. Fly ball left field. Clark has that, and it's that magnet again. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Here's Honus Wagner, 0 for 2 today. Rolls a 46 for a 13. That's number 5 for overall, 1 gone. Fred Clark rolls a 12 for a 25, and that's another strikeout, number 6. Tommy Leach now rolls a 41 for a 28, ground ball to short. Kinker with it on to first, and we go to the top of the 7th. Quiet game all of a sudden. Schultz rolls a 46 for a 27, ground ball left side. Leach on to first, 1 gone. Overall now the batter rolls a 51 for a 36, changed to 40, nothing doing. And I had knocked that one a little bit too hard. Next roll, we're going to try that again because it was a little bit sideways. Not sure if you can see that here or not. I can see it from this perspective. There we go. Overall rolls a 64 for a 13, and he finally strikes out. 2 away, and here's Johnny Evers. The nice thing about doing the in-system dice roller is that you don't get the weird things with the dice, but you don't have it in your hands. You know what I'm saying? Evers rolls a 56 for a 14, takes a walk, and so that'll bring up Frank Chance with 2 gone, top of the 7th, 2-0 Pirates. Chance rolls a 33 for a 0. Here goes that lead. Next rolls a 14 for an 11. That'll be a single, sends Evers over to third, and Chance then steals second afterwards. Here's Jimmy Sheckard with 2 outs, and that's kind of a bad roll with 2 out because Sheckard might make an out. He's 0 for 2 today with a walk. Rolls a 62 for a 12, and that's a strikeout, and we go to the bottom of the 7th. So it'll be Owen Wilson up there for the Pirates, bottom of the 7th. Pirates up 2-0. Wilson rolls a 62 for a 12. Here's the little E rolls a 32. That's a ground ball over to the first baseman. Chance goes to the bag himself, 1 away. Abaticio now rolls a 14 for a 43. And the roll afterwards a 24, and that's out of the range. Fly ball left field. Sheckard has it, 2 gone. George Gibson rolls a 63 for a 30, and that's another fly ball to Sheckard and left. Quickly, we go to the top of the 8th inning. Here's Jimmy Slagle. Only 2 hits for the Pirates, and they have 2 runs. Slagle rolls a 16 for a 28, ground ball to Wagner, throws to first for the out, 1 away. Johnny Kling rolls a 16 for a 26, is a ground ball over to Abaticio at second, who throws to first, 2 gone. And it's Joe Tinker, who rolls a 46 for a 29. That's a comebacker over to the pitcher, Willis, who throws to first. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and it's Harry Swasina. Swasina rolls a 21 for a 30, fly ball left field. Sheckard has that for the out, 1 away. Beals Becker rolls a 16 for a 28, ground ball to short. Tinker goes to first, 2 gone. And here's Vic Willis, who rolls a 13 for a 13 and strikes out. That's number 7 for overall in only 8 innings. And we go to the top of the 9th inning, so it looks like that Cubs winning streak may come to an end here. And this has been a very well-pitched game by Vic Willis, who had some problems early going and then settled down. First batter up is Steinfeld, rolls a 45 for a 14. That's a walk, and that'll bring up Schultz. So Schultz hitting 213, we're actually not going to bunt with him. We're going to let him swing away. The reason why is, we're not going to hit and run. Steinfeld doesn't have that 11. But the reason why we're not going to bunt with him is because that 1 run doesn't mean anything. We need 2. Rolls a 25 for a 10, so that's going to be a single to right center. Steinfeld goes to third, and then Schultz steals second afterwards, and that brings up a problem. Overall today is 1 for 3, on with an error as well, so he's been on twice. And the question is, do we lift him for a pinch hitter, or do we let him swing away? Not much of a bad, but then again, I'm not sure if I want to take him out after he's struck out so many. we're going to leave him in, and this is where controversy resides. So the infield comes in. Overall is going to swing away. No sense in bunting. And the roll is a 32 for a 26. That's going to be a single for Overall that gets through second base with the infield drawn in. And that puts Willis down to a D, and that means that it is now a 2-1 lead for the Pirates. And this is kind of what I thought would happen. So when you're playing with this, one of the problems that they have to realize is that when you bring that infield in, it does some pretty crazy things to the game. It can cause stuff like this to happen. You get a base hit on the through the drawn-in infield, and that's exactly what happened. So Johnny Evers comes up now. Overall is on at first. Infield will come in again. Nothing's going to happen here with Overall. No need to bunt because there's nobody out. Here comes Evers, and boy, the Pirates desperately need to cut off this run at the plate. Evers with the roll, and it's a 51 for a 10, and that's a single, and one runner scores. Overall will be thrown out over a third base. That goes Becker over to the third baseman, Leach. But the other runner scores, and it is now suddenly a tied ball game, 2-2, with only one out. So Evers gets it done with a base hit, and here comes Frank Chance, runner on his second base. Evers went to second on that throw to third, and here is Chance. He rolls a 43 for a 29. It's a ground ball over to Swasina on the right side, flips over to Willis, covering at first for the out. Evers moves up to third. 2 away, and it's Jimmy Sheckard. Sheckard rolls a 61 for a 40. That's a fly ball center field. Becker's there, and we go to the bottom of the ninth. So the Cubs tied it, and now it's a big, big deal that Overall is still in this game. Here's Honus. Wagner rolls a 32 for a 26 ground ball to second, and it will be Evers throwing to first, one away. Fred Clark now. He rolls a 14 for a 43 fly ball left field. Sheckard has it, 2 away. Tommy Leach rolls a 51 for a 9. That's a single over short, and I think that's maybe Overall's 1 before the grid goes down. Here's Owen Wilson, runner on at first. Ooh, and the roll is a 66 for a 0. And the next roll, 55 for a 2, and there's your ball game. Owen Wilson with a big triple, which is what he's known for. So Wilson gets the triple. Of course, he's not known for them in 1908. It was more like a couple of years later where he set the record. And the Pirates win this game 3-2 in dramatic fashion. So Wilson, with the runner on at first base, gets the big hit along the right field foul line, driving in the run. And there's your ball game. Owen Wilson, the great hero. 3-2 Pirates win, and they have finally broken that losing streak. And hope you enjoyed that one. I'll talk to you tomorrow with another game. Bye-bye.